Hello, travelers. It's Airport Manager Rever, and I have fast forwarded a few days so that we have a few debt-free dollars to start out today. If you watched the last episode, you know we ran into some debt before it was all over. But now at least we have a little bit of money. I don't know if it's enough for everything we'd want to accomplish. And I was down here looking before the episode just to make sure, because the biggest problem, the reason I was down here looking was we do not have enough baggage claim. Our baggage handling system is already at its max. And I don't doubt that we wouldn't want at least 2 more of these, if not the 4 more. But I wanted to take a look at, let's go over here to construction and objects and the extra large gate. I'm thinking maybe we can end up getting 2 of these extra large gates in. And I wanted to get an idea of where they would fit. Now, I don't necessarily want to put them right here because I want to get another one of these large gates in over there. So I would say we'd put them in here, right? Yeah, it looks like we want to make sure we had enough room, and I would tend to want to keep them, I think, over this way. So what I'm thinking of is, well, probably let's give it a little bit of room off the end there. And these appear to be taking up 6 or 3 by 3, right? 9 squares. Let's go back over to the planning and just sort of confirm that. All right, so if we went, look, we want to move it over a little bit just so that we're not right on it. And then 1, 2, 3, right? Let's just make sure that that extra large gate. Yep, exactly. So that would be the space of 1 extra large gate right there. And then if we tried to put another one in, yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to move it over 1 more this way. Like, I think that'll be fine. I'll give a little bit of extra room because I'm picturing, like, if we go upstairs here, right? See how we need to have this one have a waiting area down here, right? So, let's get rid of this. So when it comes to planning, so in other words, this gate is going to have, the entrance to the gate like right here. So I don't want this one to be too close. But fortunately, it's sort of on the other side. So I think that'll give us enough room, right? So now we would do like, this would be the 1 gate, right? From right there. Let's see. Yeah, like right here. Right, that would be 1 gate. And then the next one would be, right, we'll do this one in orange because, yeah, because we can. Right, and then that orange line there is just a little bit confusing. That's all right, though. It all blends in. All right, so does that make sense? We'll have 2 extra large gates there. Now, the problem with that is we're going to want to be able to get people around and into here. So that we'll try to do upstairs, and then we'll try to shoot them right down into here. So one of the things we did during the thing, between the episodes, was we got operations too. Someone mentioned, and it does say here, allows management of bus garbage and retail and light rail services. So why you would be able to do the upgraded buses before that, I have no idea. That's a little bit, I don't know. Why don't you make this a prerequisite of that? But whatever. So that means that we should be able to, I think, come in here. Yeah, which one was it? Yeah, this one. So remember in the last episodes, I'm kind of jumping subjects, right? Buses, there we go. So see, we can actually upgrade the capacity of the buses at that point. Every 30 minutes. Okay, so we could do it more often. I see. All right, so that's not getting the double-decker buses necessarily, is it? Right? Which is what we were looking at. So even after figuring all that out, it's still not exactly doing what I wanted it to do. I wanted to see about getting double-decker, or less that's some... No, it just seems I can do it a little bit more often. Okay. Well, we'll figure that out in a little bit. All right, so the reason I wanted to do all that is just all of this planning down here is just because I didn't want to start building on this baggage claim and then go, oh, this is going to be terrible. Now, and then I started pointing down at this because I know we got escalators. So one of the first things I want to do is see about objects, ops, right? Escalator up. Now, I'm assuming this has to go on this floor, right? Yeah, it certainly... All right, so I want to put an escalator up there. And then I want to put... Yeah, see, this is... I don't understand, like, how do you set the direction of travel, right? Do you have to do, like, a one-way path? Let's see. Only allows travel in one direction, and I guess that direction would be down, right? So let's go up and say this escalator is going to go down. So this will be the up and this will be the down, and then what that I'm hoping will do is alleviate some of our problems, like right here where we've got a lot of back and forth. So hopefully more people will go up this. If we have to get rid of these stairs, we will. So. And then we'll get them into here. And then, so let's come over here and build some foundations for our expanded baggage claim. And if nothing else, you can see, like, we've been leaving people here each day. They end up coming here and sitting and waiting, and it's just ugly. All right, so construction, foundation, and let's plan on, yeah, okay. I just want to make sure this wall is where we want it. Oops. Alright, we'll come down to like here. Wow. Yeah. You know what, we're going to have the money by the end of the day, and then I guess I need to sit here and wait a little bit longer and fast forward. So I'm sort of cheating a tiny bit here, but I think what I'll do is fast forward some more time. We'll let them build all this up, and then we'll come back. We'll see how the escalators are doing. But other than that, our little airport is doing okay. I'm sure there's like 1,000 things, you know, that we need to improve. I mean, we're kind of busy everywhere. Like I said, we definitely need the bigger baggage claim. I would like to start flushing out the overall shape of our building here so that we can, you know, so we can get like these offices moved and maybe get some shops in, and you know, so it's more a matter of now spending money to get more expansion done and then get some of the fun stuff done too. So, all right, well, let me pause it, and I'm just going to go back to like my super duper fast forward mode where I don't do much, just for the sake of, you know, you guys seeing everything that's happening. And like I said, I bet you even by, like, it's only 9 o'clock in the morning, we'll have paid that off, so I don't feel too overly cheaty about what I did. So yeah, let's see yeah, it's really taking a long time to get the escalators in there, guys. Why is that? Is there a particular... No. No, but I'm not seeing a lot of our maintenance. I guess our maintenance guys end up going out there and working these trucks. Is that one of the things that's happening here that I'm not... Or are they delivering other stuff? I guess they're just delivering and building on everything. All right, I expected them to do the escalators first. That's the problem. All right, well, we'll come back and take a look in a little while to see what the escalators are doing. It's the next day in the game, and I did figure out if we click on here, we could just switch directions. So quite easy to do. You can see this is green, so they can go up this way. So they're still having a bit of a traffic jam here on the steps, but then once the traffic jam sort of starts to form, it seems they go this way, and then they seem to be doing a little better. Like, see, this lady wants to go up, and everybody's coming down, but at least it's not too bad. And we'll work on all of this as time goes on, so I'm not too worried. Yeah. All right, so, but we did also build this whole area, so I think we can come along and do some more things in here. Like I said, we got a little bit of money going, so let's dismantle this whole wall. we'll get started with that, right? And then we want to place objects, ops, and baggage carousel from above, from below, right? And we just want to put it the same exact way this other one is. Whereas that's sort of the opposite of what we want. Now let's go back down. Yeah, see, it has to wrap in the wrong way. So I'm thinking we put it in, not the wrong way, but I think we're better off with it in this way, because I think that's a little more straight from where the rest of our system is. I'm going to put in 2 of these. I don't know how much they cost. How much are they? Yeah, 5,000. It's not too bad, right? And we should be able to go downstairs and... Yeah, so... Really, for some reason, I was thinking these hubs were a lot more expensive than they are. And then I was also told that we can come in here and let's go to utilities. Can I right-click? Right-click to change endpoint. No. Right-click to change port type. Yeah, so I am right-clicking, but it doesn't seem to be changing the port type. All right, that's left-click, right-click, consumer. Producer, consumer. Yeah, why is it not, what, shift, alt? No, it seems like, yeah, I don't want to change that one. Like, I would, all right, could we make this a 2-way is what I would want to do. All right. But right-click to aim. Yeah, so I'm doing something wrong, right? Yeah, that doesn't seem to be working. It was a great suggestion, and it certainly seems to be like it would work. And it's pretty important that I figure this out right now, or very soon, because it's going to change my... Yeah, let me just not keep mindlessly doing the same thing over and over again. Okay. Okay, right-click on the thing, and then you open up this baggage hub. All right, that's a little deceiving, because I was thinking maybe you clicked on here, right? All right, so this one, I don't know. Let's see if we... All right. Producer. Yeah, I'm definitely... All right, so if we're number 1 is consumer, right? I would want to change this one to producer, consumer. I don't know. Let me look into this for a minute, because I definitely would like to figure it out. It's just, right? Like, does that make any sense? H2H. What the heck does that mean? Right? Like, and then, I don't know, is it not? Right-click to change the endpoint. Port type. So you know, like what you would think, you could just click on this, and this is producer, consumer. So this is probably the number 4. All right, but then you click on this. I mean, that's left clicking. All right, that doesn't seem to be changing. Right clicking here doesn't do anything. Very unimpressive. Whatever we're supposed to be doing there, not at all intuitive to me. So, I don't know. Do we just go ahead and put another hub in where we need it? Yeah, I think that, yeah, the problem I have now is I want to feed this one in. So I'm thinking maybe we put a hub like here where we could tie this 2-way into a hub down here. Right, without being too in the way, right? So if we did, it's a little different than I was thinking before, but, right, if I put this guy here, now we don't need the 2-way, we need the 1-way split into 2. So we could run another long line. Yeah, no, I think I want to feed this guy like in. Yeah, to say here. Let's go over one so we don't. All right, so we're gonna have a hub here, and that's gonna tie into here. Yeah, and then we could do. Yeah, see, we don't really need the two-way, I don't think, to come over here at all, because I don't think we're ever going to have a two-way thing. But we're building this so we don't have to build so much conveyor, right? So if this guy one-way fed out and into here, that it would do these two. Yeah, and then, well, this one could come down and do the next one. Yeah, let's build another hub. And this would be like all the hubs we would ever need, right? Yeah, and we could even do the two-way conveyor in between these, I think. Even though we don't necessarily need them. All right, so like once this gets built, what I can do is I can build in between here the two-way. And then can I just, I'll feed a two-way line from here down to here, and then we'll feed these guys with the proper conveyor, right? So like this guy would do up here, and then this one, all right, we could just do like that, and then that'll start getting that built. Then this one would do like that. It's kind of a mess right now, but does that make sense? And then this one could come down here and do this one. And we just need to tear this up and get rid of this, which is fine because we could still use that corridor, right? We can come off of here with a two-way and put it into here. Even though, like I said, I don't think we need the two-way or even want it. But I don't think it's going to hurt us necessarily either. Good. So that I think that'll work, and that'll get 4 of these fed. And yeah, I think I'll pause time for a minute, but and I might try to, while time's paused, I might try to figure out why is this not, all right, we're not in utilities mode. Do we have to be in a certain mode some other way that I wasn't in? Like, right click, like that's the most deceiving thing there, is because it's sort of leads you to believe that if you clicked on this, you could change something, and then nothing changes. But then if you come over here and right click, oh wait, where did I even come? It's not even opening that. Nah, so okay, this is left, like left clicked on it, and then this thing opened, which is fine. You know what? I'm going to mess with that. I'm going to figure it out. It's got to be something dumb I'm missing, but I don't know. You'd think you click the change button here, it would give you an option. Oh, there we go. It is the option. Oh, duh. Okay, well, let's come back down here and see if that changes our... Yeah, so I think all I would do... Well, I don't know if I would change it much now that I did all this. Right, other than, can these just be one way? Like if this was... Yeah, well, we'll get that built, right? Like, in other words, this doesn't necessarily to be a two-way. I could just make this a supplier and then this a consumer. And then supplier. Same thing here. So we could just use this one-way track. And then, yeah, I could build that out. All right, let me... Okay, sorry. That was definitely me to at least a large extent. Now, let's see. If we do this... How about like this? Sorry. Okay, so if I oh, then I can, yeah, I got you. I can't change it to hub because it's already a hub to hub. So I could do producer here. Yep, I got you. All right, so that was definitely at least, that was me. I have to admit it. We figured it out. All right, see you guys in a few minutes. Let's get this built or else the episode will end up being too long. And I'd like to get this baggage thing all done and set up. Okay, we've got this completed, and then I came in and told them to like destroy the walls and build a few more conveyors. And I was thinking about something else. I think this says hub to hub, right? If we right click. So I don't think I want to mess with that. We're just going to put in a two-way conveyor. They don't actually cost any more money, I don't think, right? 110. No, they're the same price, so it's not going to really make much difference, except for like when it comes to here. So I have the game paused for a minute. Yeah, I hate to have to do this. I certainly probably shouldn't even be doing it during the middle of the day, but I want to dismantle all of this. Oop, not that. Right? And then we would, I don't think it matters too much what we do there. We could come off of here, right? If I go hub to hub, and then we would put another two-way conveyor down to here, and then I need another little bit of conveyor, which won't let me do until they remove that. And then just to make sure things go completely haywire, I would also like to come up to here, and I've already changed this one, right? So this was an in feed, which is the consumer, but I made it a producer. So now what I would like to do is come up here and dismantle like this, right? And then like we'll put the conveyor in, oops, here, right? But it won't let me do it until that other part's dismantled. So let's start playing time. Let's do the little bit faster. So this is liable to cause a huge mess once we start dismantling these things, right? But I'll try to get right in on top of them. Right, yeah, like see now we should be able to put this conveyor back in. And then as soon as they get, oh look, it's magic conveyors. Well, I can live with that for a little while. All right, so let's come over to this conveyor type and we'll just, and now we can put this in. All right, so once they get those parts and pieces, that should get these connected together. And then I know I've thought about this too after I did all this. We probably could have just done one of these, but I don't mind the idea that this would, if we start having problems, all right, we can run these and we can actually maybe put like another baggage claim thing over here or something, like where if we just went and did all four from the one, I'm not sure. Probably could have done all four from the one, but I just didn't. All right, so how are we doing up here? Yeah, let's get that reconnected. All right, so now we should be able to do this, and then let's go back to playing time like normal. So the other thing I'd like to do is maybe talk about what we would do over here. All right, do we put in another one of these baggage things, and then maybe even like another one of these hangers? All right, so let's go. So we have another baggage depot, and I would think maybe we'd put it in here. Right, I don't think it's going to matter too much how we do it, but just sort of like right in the middle. And then this, yeah, can we get rid of this now? No. Can we demolish it? No. Okay. All right, so we'd have this one in here, right? And then that would let us feed that. But then the other thing I think I'd like to do, construction, this would be objects, structures. And yeah, I'm thinking like we put a large hanger up here. Right? How much was that? 50,000? But that'll let us get, what, 5 more trucks in here? And then, so I think that even as we expand to the extra large gates, that will cover like every need we'd ever have for trucks in and about this area. So we could add like another fuel truck, and then we could have like these 4 going to this one, and then we can have these 3 going to this one. So let's go back downstairs and see. Yeah, it's a little bit far. And see, I'm actually thinking that at that point, if these are $100 for conveyor, right? And if we have to run 2 conveyors all the way down to here, let's see, how far is that if we just use the planning clear, right? We're talking, you know, it's going to be like, yeah, it's going to be more money you know, to run another thing. But then again, yeah, I'm thinking what we do is maybe we put a hub over here. All right, so this might cause us to have to redo things a little bit, but I think I want to put a hub. Yeah, and I could realign this however I want, right? Yeah, I'm thinking we put a hub close to here, well, in the middle. And then we'll have a two-way conveyor. Our two-way conveyor will go from there to here, right? And then, yeah, then I would have it probably come back out. We'd have another one that would go from like here to here and feed into this other one. So when it came to it, like the two ways would come in and out of this hub. One of the two ways would then jump to, so like they would all come into this one and then go out to this one. And then that way, when we build our extra large gates, we could put another one down here feeding off of this one. Does that, right? And then we'll have like regular one-way conveyors. Like this would be out of here and into there, and then this will be in there, right? I don't know if any of that made any sense, and I certainly hope it did. I know what I'm thinking. And look at that. It's sort of it thinks it's there even though it's not there yet, right? So how are we doing on getting that stuff built over here? Yeah, so this should all be working, I would think. Right? If anything was working, that should be working. And then we'll get this other one hooked up and we'll reassign it, but then yeah, I see, you know, kind of hokey, but it's working. Good. All right, let me let a little time pass, and I'll be right back in a second. I would define the thing that I did here as the wrong way to do it. So what I did was I went and added another layer of foundation here so that I could come in here, and let's do dismantle, right? I want to dismantle all of the things in the middle here, because it's just a mess. I think we can get rid of that, right? We don't need any of this. And I don't need that. And I don't need this wall in between here. Yeah, it's a little strange how this whole thing works. And yeah, we can get rid of that and that. Now, do we want? I guess we can wrap around that way, or we can come down here. So I've taken to doing, like, we could just do like a bit of foundation there, right? Now, if we come over to utilities, right, conveyor. Now, you know what? We really didn't need that, did we? We really, yeah, cancel that project. Really, if anything, we would need it like another piece of conveyor, foundation, right there, right? So that I can get rid of this bit and then run that in over here, right? So now what I would like to do, okay, good. This has all gotten done. So what I'd like to do is change both of these to hub to hub, right? Hub to hub. And then, yeah, it won't let me do that, but we can get this built first, right? So this one would come in from over here, and then that one, this one's just gonna come right back and come into there, right? So it'll come in from here and then go back out to this other one. Not sure if that's the best way to do it, but it certainly seems like it should work, right? Then when it comes to this, once they build this, this one's going to be the out, which means this should be the in. Let's, I didn't mean to do that. Utilities, right? So like if we right click on this one should be a producer, produce it into there, right? So we'll produce it into here, and then this didn't get completed yet, but this would be consume it from this producer. And then we would cut this at some point, but like I said, let's let it get a little bit more built. And then while we're waiting for that to happen, I'd like to go back upstairs and take a look at what's going on here. I want to clear out the planning because it's fairly obvious what we're doing there, right? And then so we don't have a baggage claim zone. We can take care of that. Zones. Oh, baggage claim. All right, so that takes care of that problem. Hey. All right, so now we could probably put in some more tables and chairs and decorations. All right, so let's do some comfort benches. All right, I think this is... All right, we can at least do that, and then we'll do... I don't think that's right in the middle, but that's okay. All right, so this one would go that way. All right, and then, yeah, let's put a few more down along here. That's not perfect, but we'll do a little decor with our favorite bushes. All right, a couple trash cans. We still have plenty of places to sit, and then I know I could squeeze some more, but I'd also like to see, because at times this vending really gets pretty busy, so I'd like to see about maybe getting them a little bit more of that maybe over here, because that also makes us a few bucks, right? Let me zoom in. So there's a food and a drink, and then an electronics. Right. And then I don't think we need to assign these in any way as far as the bags go, but let's go back downstairs and we'll see how we're making out here. Okay, good. So we can get this dismantled, right? And then that'll let us hook that up, and then we can get this dismantled there, and that'll let us hook those other two up. I always thought that was a person coming to do the job, right? So now, well, I don't know. Things are progressing here, so I don't think we're in. Yeah. So there we go. This guy's coming out. So let's get. All right, that done. Okay, this is done. So things seem to be working despite having. I was a little bit more afraid that things weren't going to work. But right, if those conveyors are going, so that should let us get back upstairs here. Yeah, there you go. So that's what I was intending. And it should come back out of there and then back into this one. And again, a little bit strange, but I wanted to put this a little bit closer here. And then depending on exactly where our gate is upstairs, right, we probably have like a space right here. So we could put another one of these in here, because this will probably be, like this would be taxiway, right? Something along those lines. And then who knows, we might have another longer runway over here. You know, I'm not sure. At some point we're going to put an end to this series, but, you know, certainly when we get this built, it'd be probably a pretty good time. All right, so let's go back downstairs and see. Good, that's built. All right, so now it seems to be working. So let's go back up. And what I want to do is, what are you unassigned to that, right? What? Yeah, assigned to. Okay. All right, and then we get this built. All right, so let's add a baggage car. I guess we don't have to do too much. And then let's add a fuel truck. All right, this is full, right? Assigned vehicles, yeah. So we have 2 baggage cars coming out of here. We have a fuel truck. So, you know, so this should give us the extra vehicles that we need. Now, you were just, what, filling up for the sake of having fuel in you? Yeah, refueling self. Okay, so good. So how are we doing on fuel? I haven't paid much attention. You know, the overall system has 78% fuel filled. I don't know that we need to expand it or not. I never get the impression that we were running out of being able to sell it. But there we go. We've got a new baggage area. We got some extra large gates, kind of planned. As the next, could see as we get to each day, our money dips down below, but then quickly rises back. But there we go. So this was definitely a problem. Let me clear out. Definitely an issue that we, didn't have enough baggage claim. And then I'd like to get this spot filled in on the first floor. And I'm thinking what I'd like to do, let me know if you guys have an opinion. I'd rather stay away from here with our security area, but I'm thinking that we could build a little bit up here where we would have an entrance to our offices, which could be above the ticketing. So I think that would be a pretty good way to get these offices moved. And then once we move these offices, we could talk about like more stores and stuff down under here. But I'd also like to get this area built so we can increase our gates. Because I think if we increase this, we can easily, and then we built this under here, right? We could easily increase and kind of maximize out our ticketing and our security. And then put the offices up above here, more stores down underneath of here, or whatever else. Could even use just our maintenance and our other area down underneath of here, right? Like move this electrical room and some other things. But that's sort of way in the future. And then we need to build out this. I'd like to fill in, make a big rectangle out of our airport there, and then decide what goes up on the second floor. Great. There you go. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. Let's see if will the baggage thing work? Or do we need another? There he goes. Is he coming over here? Is he just there he goes. Might not hurt to have another baggage truck, huh? There we go. Yeah, see they're coming from. Okay, so I don't know why you're going over there. A little, I don't know. One's feeding in. You know what? Let's get another baggage. Just because that's right. Because it's just not going to hurt, right? If we get busy, it's just that much quicker. We're getting the baggage in and out of here. Then how are we doing over here? Now, are you actually? Do we set? Yep, there's bags coming up the other one. Much better as far as I haven't been paying much attention. It's still early in the day, but this was a mess. And then I guess we need to clean up this over here, too. Let's go with a fence right there. All right, we're going to come right off of here. So once that fence is built there, we can destroy this. And then we can talk about... And now that we built this other area, yeah, you know what? I think we're going to build some more... Yeah, what are we going to do here? We'll talk about that in the next episode. I'm going to cancel that project. But I'd like to talk about what we do here because this is probably where we could put our garbage. And then we just try to want to make sure that they can get in and out to the garbage easily. And storage can really sort of go anywhere. But yeah, I'm thinking we put the garbage right here, but outside of where we might put stuff. So in other words, this would be at least 1, 2, 3, 4, let's just say right here. Right, if we did go with a 4th baggage claim carousel, which we may well if we, right, it would go there. So if we stayed down below here, right, we could put the garbage area like right over here. And we just say that this would be the storage / garbage. And if I did that, yeah, I'd want to, well, I think either way, do we put, Where do we put a fence? We need to put a fence up so that we don't cause a security breach. So let's go here and just do this. And if I came off of where this wall was going to possibly be... Now, I think I'd want to go on this side of it by one. Right, so that would secure us that way. Right, and then this would secure us this way. And then we could take down really all of this fence. Right, I'm not sure why I put... Oh, no, you know what? We have fence over here, but that's fine, too, because I want to be able to take some of this down. I'm not quite sure why they put the fence over on that other side there. Maybe it's just when you buy land, the default thing to do. All right, well, let's talk about that in the next episode, and we'll get, we'll get some of our pickups. We should have done our research on the bigger buses, and we'll start talking about getting people in and out of here even more efficiently. Hopefully we'll have some money by the time we come back in the next episode. So thank you guys for your thoughts. They've definitely helped me on straightening out like that baggage thing. So now we'll see if we can't do even better with our ticketing and whatnot and security, and we really could probably get some more airplanes in here now that we got the baggage thing fixed and we're doing okay on these other things. So we'll ramp things up and try to become a real money maker. And then we got all the stores and stuff we still need to add. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. Have a good day. Bye-bye.